April 18th, 1906. It's morning, it's 5:12. A great aftershock is felt throughout the Bay Area. Some 20 to 25 seconds later, San Francisco residents are awakened by a tremor 45 to 60 seconds long, measuring 7.9 on the modern magnitude scale. The first casualties from the massive quake occur when low-rent tenements in the South of Market District collapse. Hundreds are killed as the liquefied ground swallows their homes. More victims are added to the death toll as collapsed structures immediately catch fire and prevent rescue attempts. Tragically, the man the city would need the most to fight the rampant fires, Fire Chief Dennis T. Sullivan, is fatally wounded during the earthquake when a spire tower of the California Hotel collapses onto his fire station home. Due to severe earthquake damage, telephone and telegraph communication within the city is impossible. A few messages are sent around the world via the Pacific cable before that line too fails. 6 a.m. San Francisco Mayor Eugene Schmitz is unaware of the severity of the quake until anxious city officials arrive at his door. He leaves the safety of his home and heads downtown to see for himself the enormous scale of this disaster. 6:30 a.m. All available Army troops are ordered to report to the mayor at the Hall of Justice. Some 1,700 soldiers come to the aid of both residents and firefighters. 8:14 a.m. A major aftershock strikes and causes many of the damaged buildings still standing to collapse. Throughout the day, the city suffers 26 aftershocks, each one slowing the already overstretched rescue effort. Fires rage and spread throughout the city. They are not stopped until 74 hours later. Many of San Francisco's finest buildings collapse under the firestorms. Firefighters begin dynamiting buildings to create fire breaks. It is now afternoon, 1 p.m. The temporary hospital set up outside City Hall is abandoned due to the impending fire break. The sick and injured are forced to evacuate to temporary camps throughout the city and in parks on the edge of town. 3 p.m. Mayor Schmitz appoints the Committee of 50, the city's most prominent citizens and businessmen. Hearing reports of looting in the streets, the mayor orders a shoot-to-kill proclamation against any looters. It is now evening, 8 p.m. Hopes of saving downtown are dashed as a new blaze breaks out and shifting winds push the fires toward the heart of the city. 9 p.m. Firefighters make a stand at Union Square on Powell Street, but the fire breaches the battle line and continues relentlessly up Nob Hill. Thursday, April 19th, 2 a.m. California Governor George Pardee arrives in Oakland to assess the damages. San Francisco's three main newspapers, The Call, The Chronicle, The Examiner, borrow the presses of an Oakland paper to print a special joint edition. 6 p.m. Responding to a wireless telegraph message, the U.S. cruiser Chicago arrives in San Francisco Bay to help in the relief efforts. The Great Fire reaches Van Ness Avenue, which is 125 feet wide. Facing the decision to blow his city to pieces or watch it burn, Mayor Schmitz finally agrees to let the Army create a massive fire break in the hopes it can stop the raging inferno. The decision means abandoning dozens of city blocks, many of them filled with mansions to the fire. The rich spectators who have spent the day watching the fires from atop Nob Hill finally realize their homes won't be saved and will soon burn. 5 a.m. The fire break at Van Ness finally holds and the westward progression of the inferno is halted. Mayor Schmitz makes an announcement proclaiming victory in the Battle of Van Ness. 18 seamen from the cruiser Chicago rescued 20,000 refugees, an unprecedented evacuation by sea. Saturday, April 21st, 1906, 7:15. After all flames have finally been extinguished, Mayor Schmitz officially declares the fire over. Sunday, April 22nd, 1906, cable cars begin running on Market Street. April 18th, today. Today, no one knows where the next quake will come, But San Francisco is doomed to relive the horrific events of 1906 because the San Andreas Fault never rests. It might strike tomorrow, or not for 100 years, but it may strike as the city sleeps tonight. Good morning, San Francisco.